Okay, so one of the important things about doing white box is walking around your scene and seeing how it feels. So what I'm going to do now is just quickly show you how to create some collision so we can test some of these obstacles and walk around our scene and get a feel for it. So what I want you to do is click on the porch. Over here on the right hand side in the inspector where it says add component, click that and type in here mesh, and what you want is that mesh collider there. So click on that and you'll get a mesh collider here added to this object. So now all we're going to do, use the same geometry we created for the white box as the collision. Over here where it says mesh, I want you to grab the porch from your meshes white box folder, expand it, click on this little arrow here, expand it out. You can see it's expanded and it comes out to here, and in here you'll see another version of the porch. So click on that and drag it into that meshes slot, and that's just the basic raw geometry right there going into that. And that's all you need to do. Leave everything else. You don't need to add a material to collision unless you want to do it for a particular reason. You know, you might be detecting what material it is you're standing on for, like sound and things like that, and that's what that's used for. Don't tick the convex because it's not convex. And so that's just it. That's all you need. So now, if I play my scene, we should be able to walk up those steps and along that porch. Let's give it a go. So let's just walk into it. Yep, there you go. I can't walk through that now, so that's colliding with the porch. If I will stand over here, yep, that's colliding. Let's see if our steps work. They looked about right. Yep. Good steps. Perfect. And we can walk along our porch, and that's working really well. And what we need to test is the distance between here and here. Make sure that that works. That roof comes down low, but I kind of like it. You know. Even though I put in my notes I'm going to raise it up, I quite like that it's low. I might even leave it. So escape from that. We're going to do the same with the hut, and this time we should be able to, we're going to have to move our door, but we should be able to walk inside and walk around the hut and come out and go down the steps. So if we add a component, add the mesh collider again, open it up, go down here into your meshes, expand. In fact, let's take that back. It's always good to keep them collapsed. So uncollapse the main hut, and you'll see the meshes, raw mesh inside there, and you'll see, just drag it, it's already in there. Just make sure it's the same. You know, if the mesh is not already in there, just go over here and drag it out and drop it in, and you should have the same file name in there. And now let's just turn off our door so we can get inside. Press play. Let's go and check it out. Here we are. We're inside this, a big hut. See, that's a big space. That's good. When we come to do an interior in another course which I'm planning, there's a bit in the corner there. A bit of terrain there. We can populate this, and that's a good space. It feels good to walk around. There's no obstructions. It's not difficult. Yeah, no, that's good. That's really good. See, one of the things we've got to be careful of, one of the things you've got to test is you don't get stuck in places like this. We're going to have to do something about this. I mean, it's fine actually, you're not getting stuck, but we will block all that off with something. I'm really pleased with that so far. That's really good progress. So that's how you set up collision. I'll do one more. Let's do this tree. Let's do this big tree here, which is Oak Tree 2. Add component, add the collider. Let's just check. Okay, so it's already put the mesh. It automatically puts the mesh in there. So you don't really have to do anything. So it should be just there. If I walk into that tree, it should collide with it. Yep. There you go. Just walk up the gap, make sure I don't get stuck anywhere, walk around it. Not getting stuck. See, that's the benefit of a white box. You just double check that it's all working. And you don't get stuck in the terrain anywhere, which often happens in games. You can put some collision on these barrels. Select that, add component, mesh collider. It's already in there, and that's cool. See, what we're going to do for our detailed meshes is create prefabs. I'd be able to make that barrel into a prefab, and then that barrel would automatically get the collision that this one has. But this time I'm going to add the collision to that as well. And I'll show you how prefabs work when we get to it. When we get to the detail, I'll show you prefabs then. Just add some collision to that, which is cool. Press play. Just go and check it. Yep, that works really well. And we can use this as our collision. Let's do those rocks. And when we do our detail meshes, we can use the white box for the collision, maybe with a few little adjustments on the size and stuff, but essentially that's what that is. Mesh collider. Yep. Mesh collider. Okay, let's try that. Yep, they work. Can I stand on these rocks and jump off? Yeah. Brilliant. Excellent. Creepy trees. That one hasn't got any collision on it. Just add the mesh collider. And let's do the same for that one. Let's just save that scene, save project. Press play. Yeah, that's looking good. That's how you add collision. It's all working. Making good progress. So that's our box scene pretty much done, really. I'm going to end it there, and we'll talk about the final scene in the conclusion lecture, which is coming up next. So I'll see you there.